Hold on to your hats, folks, because the Democrats are shaking things up. They're ditching the old-fashioned way of nominating their presidential candidate and going virtual. That's right, no more crowded convention halls or delegates shouting into microphones. This year, it's all about the virtual roll call. So, what exactly is a virtual roll call, you ask? Well, imagine this. Instead of gathering in person, delegates from all 50 states will be casting their votes remotely, using the magic of technology. It's like online voting, but for choosing the leader of the free world. This unprecedented move is a sign of the times, my friends. With the world still grappling with the COVID-19 pandemic, the Democrats are prioritizing safety and caution. They're showing that even in the midst of a global crisis, democracy must go on, albeit with a digital twist. So, buckle up and get ready for a wild ride as we witness history in the making. The 2024 Democratic National Convention is going to be one for the books, and I, for one, can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Now you might be wondering, why are the Democrats going to all this trouble? Why mess with a tradition as old as time itself? Well, the answer is simple: safety first. The COVID-19 pandemic has thrown the world into chaos, and large gatherings are still a big no-no. The Democrats, being the responsible party that they are, decided to err on the side of caution. They don't want to put their delegates, staff, or the American people at risk.
The health and safety of our delegates, staff, and the public is our top priority. We believe that this virtual roll call will allow us to conduct our convention in a safe and responsible manner.
So there you have it, folks. The decision to go virtual wasn't made lightly. It was a tough call, but one that was made with the best interests of everyone involved in mind. Okay, so we know why the Democrats are going virtual, but how exactly will this whole virtual roll call thing work? Well, fear not, my tech challenge friends, because it's actually pretty simple. Each state will have a designated time slot during the convention to cast their votes. Delegates will be given secure login credentials to access an online platform where they can cast their votes electronically. Think of it like online banking, but instead of transferring money, you're transferring your support to your chosen candidate. It's that easy. The platform will tally the votes in real time, and the results will be announced live on air. Now I know what you're thinking. What about the drama? The excitement? The suspense? Don't worry, the virtual roll call will still have all of that. Each state will have a chance to showcase their local flavor and highlight their support for their candidate. As you can imagine, the Democrats' decision to hold a virtual roll call has sparked quite the debate in the political arena. Some folks are all for it, praising the party for its innovation and commitment to safety.
This is a bold and necessary step. We must prioritize the health and well-being of all Americans, and that includes finding new ways to conduct our democracy.
Others, however, are a bit more skeptical. They argue that a virtual roll call just won't have the same energy and excitement as a traditional in-person event.
There's something special about being in the room when history is made. I'm not sure a virtual roll call can replicate that same feeling.
Of course, there are also those who see this as a sign of the apocalypse, but we don't need to give them any more airtime. Section 5, advantages galore, saving time and money. Now let's talk about the benefits of a virtual roll call, shall we? Because believe it or not, there are actually quite a few. For starters, it's way more efficient. Think about it, no travel time, no hotel bookings, no waiting in long lines for the bathroom. Delegates can participate from the comfort of their own homes or offices, saving everyone time and hassle. And speaking of saving, a virtual roll call is also much more cost-effective. No need to rent out a massive convention center, no catering costs, no elaborate stage designs. The money saved could be used for other important campaign activities, like getting out the vote. But perhaps the biggest advantage of all is that a virtual roll call makes the nomination process more accessible. Delegates who might not have been able to afford to travel to the convention can now participate without any barriers. Section 6. The downside, missing the convention buzz. Of course, no system is perfect, and the virtual roll call is no exception. While it offers many advantages, there are also a few potential downsides that are worth considering.
One of the biggest concerns is that a virtual roll call could lack the energy and excitement of a traditional in-person event. There's something about being in a crowded room, surrounded by like-minded individuals, that gets the adrenaline pumping. The virtual format could also make it difficult to build relationships, and foster a sense of camaraderie among delegates. Conventions are often seen as an opportunity for party members to connect with one another and build networks.
Another potential issue is the digital divide. Not everyone has access to reliable internet or the necessary technology to participate in a virtual roll call. This could disenfranchise delegates from underserved communities. Section 7, the future of conventions, a hybrid approach. So, what does the future hold for political conventions? Will virtual roll calls become the new normal, or will we return to our old ways once the pandemic is behind us? It's hard to say for sure, but many experts believe that the future of conventions lies in a hybrid approach.
This would involve incorporating virtual elements such as online voting and remote participation, while still maintaining some aspects of the traditional in-person event. A hybrid model could offer the best of both worlds. It would allow for greater accessibility and cost savings, while still providing opportunities for delegates to connect with one another and experience the energy of a live event.
Of course, the exact format of future conventions will likely vary depending on the specific circumstances and the preferences of each party. But one thing is for sure, the COVID-19 pandemic has forced us to rethink the way we do things, and it's unlikely that political conventions will ever be the same again. The Democrats' decision to hold a virtual roll call has sparked a lot of discussion about the future of political conventions. Some people believe that this could be the start of a trend, with other parties following suit in the years to come.
There are certainly some compelling reasons why other parties might consider adopting a similar approach. Virtual conventions are more cost-effective and efficient, and they allow for greater accessibility and participation. However, there are also some challenges that would need to be addressed. For example, ensuring the security and integrity of online voting systems would be paramount.
Ultimately, whether or not other parties decide to go virtual will depend on a variety of factors, including their own internal politics, the state of technology, and the evolving public health landscape. One of the key questions surrounding the shift to virtual conventions is how it might impact voter engagement. Some experts worry that the lack of in-person interaction could lead to lower voter turnout.
Traditional conventions, with their rallies, speeches and media coverage, generate a lot of excitement and attention around elections. This can have a mobilizing effect on voters, encouraging them to get involved in the political process. However, others argue that virtual conventions could actually enhance voter engagement by making it easier for people to participate. Online platforms can provide access to information, candidate forums, and opportunities to connect with other voters.
Only time will tell what the long-term impact of virtual conventions will be on voter engagement. It will be important to monitor voter turnout and participation rates in the elections to come. As we look ahead to the future of political conventions, it's clear that the COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated a trend towards more virtual and hybrid events. While it's unlikely that in-person conventions will disappear entirely, they may start to look quite different than they have in the past.
We can expect to see more virtual elements incorporated into conventions, such as online voting, remote participation, and live-streamed events. This could create more opportunities for engagement and participation, particularly for those who are unable to attend in person. However, it's also important to preserve the valuable aspects of traditional conventions, such as the opportunity for delegates to connect with one another, build relationships, and experience the energy of a live event.
The Democrats' decision to hold a virtual roll call is a testament to their adaptability and commitment to democracy in the face of unprecedented challenges. While the virtual format may not be perfect, it's a creative solution that allows the nomination process to move forward safely and efficiently. As we navigate these uncertain times, it's encouraging to see political parties embracing innovation and finding new ways to engage with voters. The future of political conventions may look different than we're used to, but the fundamental principles of democracy remain as important as ever.